All right, guys, welcome back. So let's have a look at CleanSpark. So a lot of people were asking about this name, but we have covered this name many times actually. So at the moment, it's trading at $15. They have earnings coming up 29th of 29th of November. I don't know why 29th, but well, they have 29th of November earnings coming up. This green line on my chart represents basically where it opened in the beginning of the year, where it closed last year, and that's basically, I use it every time I'm basically trading Q4, where I just want to have a clue if stock is year to date down or up. So this stock year to date up 37%. So if you say that it's outperforming the market, yes. If you say that it's outperforming the IWM, which is small cap ETF, it is definitely outperforming that. So the only thing can go these guys' way in terms of like small caps, and everybody is watching small caps right now, where mega caps kind of like taking a little bit of a rest. And you can see Russell 2000 hasn't seen these highs since 2021, a euphoric move all the way to 244. If we do take out this level, I mean, it, of course, with the help of the bonds, right? I keep an eye on TLT all the time. If we see bond yields drop a little bit and TLT rally a little bit into the year end, we can see small caps basically go up crazy too. And I mean, CleanSpark is a small cap, but very recently they were halted, and I was just digging about like why the heck this got halted, and looks like they issued warrants. They acquired somebody, but they just issued warrants to be traded with. And then the terms are one warrant, basically, it can be exercised at $165 per share if they want to acquire one share. But one warrant equal at the moment to 0.006 of one share, and it can only be exercised for full share if they want to buy. I mean, this warrant that was issued very recently at this basically above. Basically, these warrants, technically speaking, call option. Consider it that way, because I was digging a little bit, and if it's very difficult to explain it to like regular guy who just trades stocks and doesn't read any SEC filings. It's a little bit complicated to explain in simple words. That's why even that day, when was it, Thursday or Friday, the stock was halted, because even exchange was a little bit confused. But anyhow, in very short, here's the, like, I tried to ask this to, I mean, I understand it for myself, but for you guys to explain it. So basically, this warrant, the fact that it's trading right here, right now, so they, CLSK, they registered this warrant. It started trading November 4th from 7 cents. This thing gone up to $1.67. If you traded these warrants when they went, when they started trading, you could have made much more money than CleanSpark itself. You would have, I don't know, you would have become millionaire very quickly in about like a year. So speculation going on. So this warrant is still trading, and on Friday the warrant closed at around like $1. But it's CLSKW, which expires at 29th of December 2028. So give or take exactly 5 years until expiration of these warrants. And the value for people is right here, right now, is extrinsic value. My channel's name is Extrinsic Value because I trade basically outside of the money calls, which means I buy time. There's no intrinsic value of buying outside of the money calls. Exact same thing with these warrants. So they cannot exercise it until stock price goes crazy. It makes sense for them only to exercise when stock is trading at very high levels, or there is some sort of an intrinsic value for the warrant holders to exercise and just get the shares of the stock and basically, I mean, have some sort of a value for their warrants, right? So right here, right now, it's just pure speculation, pure speculation that people are flipping time. Okay, they're flipping outside of the money call options, which I do in day-to-day basis. So anybody who's trading it here, all of those people who were given the warrant, I think this warrant was given for those people who, what is the business name that they acquired for those people, and they don't have to hold until these grid infrastructure, originally issued by Grid Infrastructure and converted into CleanSpark warrants in connection with the company's acquisition of Grid on October 30th, 2024. Okay, you can read this yourself, like in detail. If you don't understand, like, or if you don't want to read too much, that's my way of going through, like, especially like this filing. I don't know this filing form 8A, 12B. So I had to just read through and then use freaking ChatGPT to understand, like to do the calculation for me. And it came up that, these warrants are super far out of the money. Purely, these guys are basically, if they want to get out of these warrants by the expiration date, they can do so, like warrant holders. And it will be traded all the way until this expiration date, and people will be speculating. If the stock price starts going up significantly higher, let's say if you think the stock price can go up double, these warrants can go up 5 times. So that's why this is regarding the warrants. So regarding the stock itself, stock price 15, this is the resistance I was watching. And last time I traded this name, I got super lucky by just, or Japan situation was going crazy, BTC flushed. I had a put when it cracked and I shared with you guys, but ever since I haven't touched it. So when technical traders sees this crack, I mean, you of course, I mean, you have to take a trade. So that's why I was talking about this name, for this name 20 being pivotal, because until then I'm not interested, because there's a lot of shenanigans here and there's a lot of back holders here. So unless it clears this range between 15 and 20, I am not interested to trade this name. That's why when I was talking about the marathon, I was saying that if it gets back up, it has better chance of getting back above in terms of looking at the chart. It doesn't have to fight through much of a price action when it comes to like comparing miner to miner. And if you take a look at the Riot, I mean, it has to fight through so much, okay? But still, I think number one in terms of attractiveness of a price action, Mara, maybe CleanSpark if it gets back above $20. But until then, I'm not interested. I don't know if they are going to do share offering or not. But this stock has, I mean, all of these have been diluting, right? Their outstanding shares have gone up crazy in the last 3-4 years, and at the moment market capitalization of CleanSpark is 3.89, so basically give or take $4 billion. And if you want to see how much money they make, actually, CLSK revenue per, revenue is growing, but it's not crazy. I mean, it's 164 million Q3. Okay, let's look Q4. So 100 million Q4, 100 million. Okay, so last 3 quarters, I mean, of course, it's thanks to the BTC prices, right? And their share prices being up a little bit more. They have a bit less employees, 131. So maybe let's compare it to Riot Platforms. 534 employees. Mara, sorry guys, I have to just quickly have an idea. 60 employees. So yeah, that's fine, but that's the only thing that can go for these basically miners. You want the yields, bond yields, to chill a little bit in order for these to get going. So resistance 15, and then 16, even like 17, $18 levels. 18 could be decent resistance as well. I can say that this 18 is a resistance here as well. And then 20, above 20, well, you can try to push higher. But so far, I mean, we will see what BTC is going to do. I don't know this weekend. What is it doing right now? Where are you, Bitcoin? Has Bitcoin hit 2 trillion market capitalization yet? If Bitcoin gets going, Bitcoin is at 98K. So if Bitcoin declines, these stocks will get, doesn't matter what the yields are going to do. But I mean, at some point they can get detached, but Bitcoin shouldn't be moving in a big range because it will drag them down. So if Bitcoin like pulls back to 95, 96, but basically trades with like 3, 4, 5, we know it's volatile range for the rest of the year and it doesn't do anything, those Bitcoin, I mean, those miners can get going only if you see the bond yields chill out, okay? Where's the United States bonds? We are trading at pretty high levels because I don't know why large caps are not spooked by this number, but small caps are very sensitive to yields. So if into the year end we see yields maybe come down to 4.2, and I don't know about the rate cut expectation, if that probability goes higher, Fed Watch tool, then we might see small caps rally. So far, probability of a rate cut in December 18th, 52% so far, 25 basis points basically. So if it rises higher and if Fed ends up cutting, it's gonna rally. All these names are gonna rally. And can CleanSpark rally back to, let's say, 25, maybe even 30? Absolutely, it can double, no problem. So recent highs for this year, 20, 22, 21, and then 23, 25. We have 30 resistance, 40. Can it go to 30, double? Absolutely, it can do it very fast, but I want to see. So basically, I want other people to find out and fight through this $20 level before I put my money to, to risk, to basically speculate that the stock can go to $30. I want all this shenanigan to get out of the way before I bet on this one to the upside. That's my take again. I'm a trader. I'm not an investor, and I have no expectation when it comes to any stock and probability in terms of like option activity. Are people betting that the stock can push higher? Yes, but I can be late with option activity to come and play this name and still walk away with pretty decent money versus trying to be early. There's no need to be early. I can see the implied volatility for the stock pretty high right here, very high IV. By January 2025, this stock is implying $10 move, $9.30. So basically, option market is saying that it can move $9.30 up or down in the next 2 months or so. So that's my take for CleanSpark. So I'm not gonna do too much of a long video like this anymore. Probably just purely price levels. Let's see what happens when they report earnings, and then we'll come back to this one. But that's the video for CleanSpark. See you in the next one.